Good morning, good morning. Happy October 17th, 2022. As you can see by the topic of the video and in the description, we will be talking about poop. No Sherlock. You get that, old folk? No blank Sherlock. We will be talking about poop. This is a very short video, but I want to show you what healthy goat poop we call dunkelberries look like. These are healthy goat dunkelberries. To me, they look like, same thing like rabbit pellets or raccoon pellets or chocolate candies. I wouldn't eat them if I were you. I wouldn't. But they make really, really good fertilizer. So I'm told. Good fertilizer. So that was Laverne's, who had diarrhea for several weeks. So she apparently cannot do a lot of fiber. So what I did was I took Laverne completely. I took them both off, but I completely took Laverne off um, all grains, oats, corn, all of that. I just think it was just way too much for her system, even though they loved it. Oh my goodness. You talking about goat crack? Get some cracked corn, some goat feed, that licorice goat feed. Oh, it's like crack to them. But anyway, it wasn't good for her stomach, and she started having diarrhea every day. Green, mushy, mashed potato diarrhea, watery diarrhea, and 4 days, then it stopped. She did a couple pellets, then it started back up again, and it just lasted 2 or 3 weeks of that every day cleaning up goat diarrhea. It was not fun. I went through so many bags of pine straw and bags of hay. Um, it was ridiculous. So I was almost honestly about to give them away, sell them, give them away, or at least her, and didn't want to because I leaned toward her as far as being my favorite. She has a lot of lovable. She has a lovable personality. The other goat is sweet as well. My goats are named Laverne and Shirley. And Shirley is just as sweet as well, but Shirley is just not as friendly as Laverne is. Laverne likes to come to you. She loves you to rub her and play with her ears and scratch her belly. She's like trying to give you gold kisses. Shirley is like, if you leave and you're not in my eyesight, I will call out for you. Shirley, she won't like moo moo. Where are you? I can't see you. But when you come to hug her and give her some love, she's like, okay, that's enough. I'm done. Please don't touch me. That's Shirley. So anyway, it is so good to see that Laverne, and this is Laverne Stall, Laverne here, Shirley here. It is so good to see the poop pellets and last for, like a week. She did make some clumps the other day, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Now I'm still sending samples, or I'm going to send a sample to the vet, because I got the old poop and the new poop to send samples, just to make sure that there's nothing going on. But from the goat experts that I have spoken with, people who own goats and the YouTube videos, this seems to be something very common with goats. So they can't tell you, hey, this is what's wrong with me, or my tummy hurts, or I'm feeling a little bloated today. They show that in their poop. So you have to watch the poop. I mean, like, seriously, you have to watch it. Are they making pellets? Are they making clumps? Do they have diarrhea? Is it, thick? Is it thick like mashed potatoes? Is it runny? You need to take samples of this. Try to get it to like an animal vet, and they'll send it out for samples, or you can send it out not for samples. They'll send it out for testing, and give you the results. Of course, if you need more treatment, you'll have to take them in and pay for treatment. But if it's as simple as, hey, just examine the poop, and the poop will say, if they have a disease or something, it's good to know. So if you're thinking about having goats or have goats, you should have a vet or phone number of a vet. Know where it is, where you can get to it quick if you have to. You don't have to like start Google researching. I would try to have one and then have another on standby. Also, I had went out to Tractor Supply and bought some things which the goats really didn't want. But I tried it. They kept dumping over the water. It was for the Laverne with the diarrhea, so mixed this powder of aspirin in the water for her to drink. And then these pills are actually anti-diarrhea. I couldn't find anything for goats. And then I didn't read that till I got home that it was actually for calves. But I figured same species, kind of similar. Goats, sheep's, cows. So I can't see anti-diarrhea would work in a cow, but it wouldn't work in a goat. If it's gonna work, it's gonna work, I think. They're farm animals. So those are pills. The anti-diarrhea one are like big, huge chewables. I think they're apple flavored. I think apparently goats like apple. And she ate the first one or two, and the other one she kept spitting out. So it's hard to get a goat to chew it if they don't want to chew it. I kept trying to stuff it in her mouth, and she kept spitting it out. Anyway, so I have not perfected the trough things. I did not find small ones at Tractor Supply. Couldn't find them, and I've been looking. I didn't find anything at Walmart. Um, I didn't look at Harbor Freight, which is probably not there. I probably should look at a feed store. I went to the feed and I forgot to look. So I ended up picking these up at Home Depot, and they're just regular planters. They fit up in here, so they were the perfect size that I was looking for. But this is plastic, people, and my goats are like 100-pound goats. So I think the first day they cracked the first one. See that big crack? They cracked that one. Oh, that's Shirley's. So she cracked that the very first day. So I just put the food in that one. I want to mount them, but they're plastic, so you need a way to mount them or put them indented in there. So that space is too small for them to go inside. So that's why I can't. So I have to put them on the floor. You don't want to put the goat's food on the floor. Why? Because they poop on the floor and their poop falls out of their butts like gumballs. Like just gumballs. It's funny. Anyway, you don't want to have poop all in the food and in the water. But anyway, this conversation today is about the poop. So they were all, before I made the divider, it was just an open space, and I would come in here every morning, and it would just be. I felt sorry for Shirley. It would be just diarrhea everywhere. It's like she just walked around the whole area without the dividers, no dividers, and it was just mashed potatoes here, green runny there, smashed up poop there, and post Shirley even had diarrhea on her. So every morning for like 2 to 3 weeks, I was cleaning that up and going through tons and tons. I had that whole like, I think I had 9, 10 of those pine straw things, and I just went through them and a whole nother big hay like that. I went through so much stuff. So I was considering giving Laverne back, and I really didn't want to. So I asked more questions, did some more research, and everything I was advised I did. By the goat meds, contact the vet, stop giving them greens, no treats, buy some hay. Then I bought the cheap hay for under $10. They didn't want that at all. That's this big bag. They pull one or two straws. Like, okay, I see what you're trying to do here, but not feeling it. So they wasn't eating it. And then I was told, you got to get the alfalfa. Goats, if they don't eat nothing else, they're going to eat alfalfa no matter what. So I went and bought a big bale of alfalfa, like, I don't know, 40, 50, 60-pound bale of alfalfa from the feed store. $25. I say $23 plus tax. And they both were going to town, like crack, go crack, to them. But two big 100-pound goats, that goes really fast. So out of all of that alfalfa hay, and I've had it maybe 2 weeks, maybe. I had the really large, this is a 40, 50-pound bag that they were busting through to get it because it's go crack. and all that's left is this little bit inside. And I had like a bag and a half, a big bag and a half of alfalfa. So that went in 2 weeks or less. That went. So anyway, Shirley, no matter what, because she broke into the chicken coop a few times, Shirley. So she got some grains. And after I saw, she never caught the diarrhea, I'd give her a hand because she really wanted it. I'd give her a scoop to Shirley of grains. She'd eat it up, no problem. She never had any diarrhea. She continued to have the goat pellets. Um, as far as Laverne, if she got any grains, I would notice she would start the diarrhea again. Then I would feel sorry for her, so I would give them the goat cookies, apple flavored. And if you give too much, you can't give like, oh, let me give 2, 3 in the morning, 2, 3 in the afternoon. She would start the diarrhea again. So now I give her one goat cookie in the morning. She gets a goat cookie. It's morning or afternoon. Like I didn't give anything today, so I'll give her a goat cookie. Oh no, my son gave her one. I think my son gave her one. And that'll be it because I don't want to upset her stomach. So all goats are not created equal, just like people. So some people get lactose intolerant, and some, could continue to drink, whole milk and cream milk, but others can't. So Laverne cannot do a lot of fiber. She cannot. So I'm behind because I've been YouTubing you guys. So I'm really behind on cleaning up my stables. I should be done. I should be in the house. I should be building. Right now, working on my deck, working on my chicken coop. I'm here with you guys, and I am loving this journey, but I have to work because, again, the title is Single Black Single Mom Homestead. It's just me. I don't have any farm help. I don't. You see, my kiddo is not helping me. It's just me and the dog out here, and I I don't have a helpmate over here to help me, and I don't have dispensable income to pay people to do all these different projects for me. So I have to do by my own hands. Okay, so I have to get back to work, but again, I want to share with you when you have your goats, big or small, especially if you have babies. Now, if you have babies, they cannot be dehydrated. You can start losing your goats. So when your babies start having diarrhea, you need to be contacting a vet like as soon as possible to see what's going on. 'Cause from my YouTube research, that's really not good up in newborns and babies, all that diarrhea. So you have to check, oversee, and if you're cleaning your stables, your stalls on a regular basis, daily, you're going to see these pellets. You're going to see them, in the yard. If I learned by doing this later, you see, it was easy. Leftover lumber and some fence pickets. And I need to put cattle panels. Screen does not work when you have 100-pound animals. Screen. I mean, this is brand new, and they got a hole in that. I wanted them to be able to see one another, but I have leftover cattle panel that should be there. So I need to put cattle panel at the top, and I need to put it down here. I want them to be able to see one another, but they, big goats. I had it here. They hopped over each other's side. Crazy. And here they stand up, and they could stand up and look right out here because they're so tall. So anyway, you want to keep a divider. If you have 3 goats, then make 3 separate dividers, because by having them divided, you get to see who's making what poop, who's eating what, how much are they eating. I get to look in and say, okay, she ate all of her food, and she didn't drink all of her water. They don't drink all their water at night. They don't drink that much, to be honest. Um, but she has some alfalfa in her water. So I'll take that. I'll give her fresh water. That's Laverne, and I see, oh, she has all nice poop pellets. She's peed. This was her pee spot area, but her poop pellets, all around. And then I look at Shirley's side, and I see, oh, her food was here. All this bedding she kept clear, and she likes to poop here in this corner. And look here. Hi. Oh, I thought that was a poop pellet. So this is her poop corner right there, and she likes to poop way down there. So, and I fill these up since then. I fill hers. I forgot to fill Lauren's. I fill them up in the day, so at night I don't have to worry about that. So she still has water. So now I will give them both clean water, fill up Laverne's food so they have food and water. So tonight when it's time to come in, that's it. I'm just putting them in one at a time, in, close the door, done. I don't have to worry about food, water, nothing. And what we also do sometimes, usually, I go through the yard and cut some tree clippings, and leave them tree clippings like up inside of there because they love to like forage. That's a thing with goats. So I like to leave them something they could, pull the leaves off the branches or a bucket of leaves. So let me do that now. So let me clean up the little poop pellets, which makes it easy and you save on straw because I just use my rake that I keep right outside the door. I move away the good stuff, just push it to the side, and then I pick up the hay, shake it out, let the balls fall out on the ground, and then I just rake those out. Sweep the poop pellets out, and just put the hay back. Depends on how much hay is there. I might sprinkle some fresh hay, just dig in the bags and throw some fresh hay right on the top. But I'm not going through whole bags of hay anymore because there's no poop. And over here, all this area stays dry. Before it was all open, so it was diarrhea everywhere, coming all out because they used the whole area to sleep, and it was poo everywhere. Don't do that. A divider, divider between your goats. Divider. Even if you just put another, if I had another pallet, I would have put a pallet here. I just didn't have another one. But I mean, just pallets. Put pallets here and nail the pallets to the back wall. Nail pallets to pallets to make dividers. So again, if I had more pallets, I would have just did that, made more dividers. And now I'm about to mate the goats because it's rut season. It's October, so I'm told it's rut season, which is mating season. So I was offered, for that someone would like bring me a male goat just to mate with him, and then I could have some babies, kids, whatever you call them. So I'm still talking about that because I need to make another stall. I'm so tired. There's so much to do. Um, so I would need to make another stall. I don't have to do that right now. I don't, but it's just something else, I would have to do because I mean this is a small enough space for one big 100-pound goat, and another big 100-pound goat. So to put a baby, in there, I would really uh, I want to keep my boys and my girls separate. So if I get boys, I'll put boys in the another stall by themselves. It'll probably be a short stall, right next door and next to this one, and it will be short. Maybe two boys and they'll or one boy with a stall, but I'll keep two stalls. And then when my goats have babies, they could, lay here with their babies. But when their babies get bigger, I'll already have a stall. Okay. So anyway, that was a little bit more, but this is all about the poop. You want little round or medium round chocolate pebbles is what you want. Sometimes you could get clumps, and the clumps I guess are okay. It don't seem like anything's wrong with them. They're eating normal, they're drinking normal. They just have some clumps now and then. But these pebbles are ideal. These little tiny little round pebbles. Those are ideal because those are Shirley's. Little town. Tiny. And I'll get really close up so you can really see. It's all about the poop today. It's all about the poop. Little round. So what do they look like? Raisins? Little chocolate BBs? That's what a nice healthy goat poopy look like. Little small pellets. Okay. And let's say Laverne, after coming off of her her diarrhea spell. Now hers are bigger, and she's a smaller goat. They're bigger. They're not really black like Shirley's. Hers are brown and not black. They're bigger and they're brown, not black. So see, I noticed. You have to notice. So I want to take samples of this also for the vet. Maybe it's all about the poo. So that's going to tell you if they have worms. It's going to tell you if they have any other parasites, if they have a disease. It's all in the poop for a goat. So get to know your goat poop. Know Sherlock. Okay, thank y'all. Happy homesteading. Have a great day.